12. Now I'm ducking hell. Many times I failed. Many times I prevailed. Satan on my trail. I got God, I'm doing well. Had to tell myself, I ain't taking no more L. When it sees, 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 it's coming, I believe it, huh? Watch it leave me speechless, huh? It's my winning season, huh? Flexing on my demons, huh? Knew the Lord was scheming, wasn't down for no reason, huh? My mood this whole season, Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, and I came from the bottom of the pot. When I got saved, I was on the block. I got locked with bags in my sock. I got bagged by undercover cops. Up the street from the parking lot. On the way to the barber shop. I'm just grateful that I made it out. Ain't see myself off the paper route. Still got homies living in the trenches. I feed homeless women on the benches. We treat all year like Thanksgiving. On the block, I made a great decision. Then somebody tell me I ain't winning. I got youngers changing how they feeling. Instead of telling them to stop sinning, I just show a better way of living. They still ducking 12. Still bust shells, still bust sales. Look at them numbers on the scale. Me, I'm ducking hell. Try all the one I feel. I say I turn a wheel. When I win my life on the scale. Went from ducking 12. Now I'm ducking hell. Many times I failed. Many times I prevailed. Satan on my trail. I got God, I'm doing well. Had to tell myself, I ain't taking no more L. When it sees, 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 when it sees. I had to trust you for this, yeah. I had to pray, then I had to get it, man. I had to hustle for this, yeah. I go astray, get stuck in my way, but you know I love you for this, yeah. Stay in my lane and trust in your ways, man. That's what I muster for this, yeah. That's what I muster for this. Only way to run it up. Gotta trust in number one. I don't do no runner ups. Can't you see we coming up? Might be down, but my winning season coming up. This is labor, this is work. This is labor when it's tough. You put your faith in the world. You lost me trusting in luck. This is favor, this is trust. This is favor, this is love. Great connection with the plug. Everybody getting high. You ain't never had this drug. I done been through the fire. I done been through the mud. I done fought through the lies. I been lied to by blood. I forgave a couple guys. They were showing fake love. I done still came up. Pull up. Lately I'm ducking my sin. I got the piece of me that's for pretend. I got the Gigi pieces, not just Gigi pieces that I rock on the top of my skin. Speaking of rock, I've been rocking with him. You been following me and I'm following him. Yeah, so every little thing that's attached to me automatically wins. Got it.
Like, turn it back this way. Turn it back this way. I was about to say, that shit gonna call here. Now you gonna meet me at my house and talk about you gonna put.
Dang.
Mike's a little high.
Now you gotta go 102.3 boys.
Right.
I thought we was at the club.
Testing. How y'all doing? Hello?
Okay.
The mic is gone now. We good? Oh, okay. Good afternoon. ABX is in the building. What's up, y'all?
Hey.
First off, I don't celebrate the commercial side of Valentine's Day, but I do honor it in terms of the women around me. So, happy Valentine's Day.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
We're gonna do a little different today. We're gonna spirit a moment, ladies of ABX, along with Ascension Segway today. Stan is launching today. He got some knowledge for us.
I'm serious. Black History is perfect month.
But Black is right, sis. But before we get to all that, we're gonna do what we always do. Introductions, who's in the building, XYZ. But before we do that, let's get our shout outs out the way. Shout out Sun, Jaden, what's going on? Bridge and Box Wave. Dock and Connect to the Bridge. All of our mothers.
Mm-hmm.
Love y'all, appreciate you, Mama.
You all appreciate
all of our moms. Shout out to Heartbeat Congo Hour, Queen Pre and the fans and them damn fans in the stands.
What's up, baby? Stands. I'm partying with them tonight at the band.
Yeah, we got the.
Y'all going out there too?
Yeah, I'm trying to go. What is it? One major situation, right? One major situation. Yeah, major pranks.
I ain't know. As I said, and I got hip to the Rhea band too when we was at the award.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
shout out to them WGNs.
Yeah.
Hey, we got
that's
next.
a nice roster.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we're gonna have next week. We're gonna promote the 20 for 20 band thing.
Okay.
And we're gonna have a few people come through.
Yeah, I just seen Capri. Shout out to Capri. I just seen her at the warehouse.
She was supposed to pull up on
she
us
said
today.
She was. She said she was. I told her she had time, and also told her she couldn't just call in.
Right. So
yeah,
Pre, Queen Pre, we waiting for you, baby. If you can't make it, call in 240-719-2560. Shout out to Montu. Mitch Craft, thank you for letting us keep it Mitch Craft, baby. Pal's got that good Love DC Go-Go stuff on right there.
Yeah. His daughter, the youth hoodie.
We keeping it Mitch Craft in here. Shout out to Nadia, who has not made it, who's down in ATL. Appreciate you, but she is an official part of ABX in her Closet Freaks boutique. She's gonna help on the fashion side. Get your mind out the gutter.
What are you talking? I just said, because I didn't hear you. Jesus Christ.
And of course, all love and appreciates everyone that continues to support us and share us and look out for us. Positive energy, man. Listen, we just getting started. We trying to do something that we trying to do, and whatever that is, we just want to keep it positive and keep it going. We're gonna keep going and we're gonna keep growing. So y'all make sure y'all stick with us. That said, we're gonna go to my right first because Megan is back, y'all.
Hey, Megan. Clap it up for her.
What's going on?
It's good to be back. I missed y'all. But guess what? My website is ready. PursuitTour.com. April 18th. So go on there, register. There's two prices, 55 or 80. 80 means you get your shirt at the door. 55 means you might want to buy it when you get there. PursuitTour.com.
PursuitTour.com. Pursuit Tour 2020 is the hashtag.
Yes. Breakthrough to victory.
Shouty low. Let's go. We're going to get them. Mama.
Hi.
What it do?
Nothing. Glad to be here today. Can't wait for Stan to get started.
Yeah, you got she got her notepad and everything, y'all. She like real live serious out here. She got a notepad. She's serious.
She's taking notes.
Shamizir.
Hello.
What's going on?
Ain't nothing.
How you doing? How was your week?
Great. Had a Friday. I left a job that I've been at for 11 years. I was a accountant. I didn't even tell you.
Oh, right, yeah. You know, I know how that goes.
I've been there for 11 years. I actually been doing it for 15. And like I said, I've been doing the clothing and the brand for like maybe about 6.
Okay.
So I got there, I kind of got comfortable. I should have left 5 years ago, working for Catholics.
Listen, all that just means is now we about to build
It's
your
time to
nonprofit side
start.
because, listen, we going to talk on camera, but we got...
Most definitely.
I think he be selling
I'm
drugs.
excited about that. So
Yeah.
You know, I walked away. I put in my 2 weeks. I didn't do it as I planned to say F y'all. I was gonna do it a whole other way, but my angel, you know, a good friend of mine was like, "No, you're gonna put your 2 weeks
That's
in,
right.
and you're not gonna mess up your bridges."
Yeah, don't cut your blessings.
I thought about that a
too
few
much,
times.
you know what I mean? I
get
put
you.
too much time in it, and I just didn't want that to be the last impression of me with them. So I gave them my 2 weeks. I did my 2 weeks. I took my sick leave.
Man, y'all clap it up for sis because that's a big move, man.
11
That's a big move, man.
Non-profit. It was hard.
Yeah, like we already talked about it. You already know, but yeah, we're gonna talk about it because that's a big move.
You know, the funny thing is, though, I even had a bug out on me that said I'm working at Catholic Charities to cover up something else that I'm doing. I'm like, why would I do that?
And yeah, we're gonna
Negativity.
we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to have a topic show where you can lead that out, sis. You go, yeah, for sure.
And show up every day somewhere and get, come on now.
El Church.
But yeah, that was the highlight of my week.
Well,
That was the highlight of my week.
we gonna keep it moving because that's what we do all night now.
Keep him in the back.
CC. CC last week announced her where she's going to school, and she's now 18, and CC out here moving up in the world. She out here. She out here, y'all. She out here. My niece, she out here. What's up, boo?
Last time we had a ponytail sister, baby. Fluffy, natural, yeah. She in here, y'all.
How was your
Give
week?
them the number so they can call her for stuff. She 18.
Don't start nothing, man. Look, don't start.
Put the number out there. They gonna call this
start nothing.
CC, y'all.
Look, hold on. You
Oh,
started
my
something.
fella.
Look, and my daughter's sitting in her lap.
Oh man, see this come on right there. She 18. There you go. That ain't got her 18 on.
CC,
What's up?
you good, man? What's going on?
Good. I had an eventful week so far.
What happened? Let's tell us about what's going on.
Yesterday, I
Might
went
get shot
to
today.
Trinity and went to Acceptance Students Day.
Oh, okay, yeah, we want to hear about that.
Hey, what's up?
They give extra room keys. Oh, no, that's all girls. Just my bad. I'm sorry. See, sis already on your team though, so you good. It's okay.
I'm there for you, sis. I'm telling you.
So I know like what hall I'll be staying at. I'm going to have a roommate regardless. My first year.
Good.
So yeah.
Would this be your
Congratulations.
first- I'm sorry. Would this be your first time staying out of the house, like your first?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's major,
cool.
boo. That's major.
That's not bad to do
that's
from a
the big
dorm.
thing.
You know what I mean? And take your time. Like it ain't no. Don't even worry. Yeah, just take your time.
Well, congratulations again. First off, glad that you're here for us to say it. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of it, and it's just the beginning. So, the celebration ain't now.
That's right.
We celebrating moving forward.
That's right.
That's it.
That's CC.
That's C Sizzle.
All right.
JD Pooh, hey baby.
JD.
Are you speaking to the public today? No, not right now. All right. Okay. Well, Jade is. She don't have any public comments right now. We're gonna get back to her later, but
You had a good week, Jade? How was school?
she don't start to the fall. She just.
Oh, okay. I got you. I feel you. I already know why you looking like that then. You want something to do, don't you, boo? I know that.
All right. What it do?
Nothing much, chilling, like a villain.
I like that shirt.
Step at a time.
I like that shirt. Who picked that
That's
shirt off?
dangerous.
Please? Who picked that shirt off? I like that shirt.
Who's gotta be anonymous?
Hey.
That was your
Okay.
validation.
Got one.
Go ahead, you can tell us. That was your validation. It was the revival. I feel you. At least you got that.
Oh, here we go. Oh, you know what? We gonna get it right. Jacob the jeweler. What's
You
going
ain't
on?
giving me
son?
about nothing.
What you doing over there? How was your week? Man, let me tell y'all about my son for a second. Man.
Oh, yes, Lord.
Jacob, man. Jacob, about 2 weeks ago, Jacob decided on his own to develop this habit every night, word of the day.
All right.
So every night in our family group text, before he goes to bed, he looks up a word and he gives us the definition. But it's not like cat or dog or what was the first word he looked up was bhakti. Bhakti.
Yeah.
Which my man is going to expand on later on. Maybe, possibly. Can you expand on the definition a little later on? Like my son, man, I'm so proud of my kids in general. But man, this is like, yeah, nah, I ain't gonna do it.
I was just about to say that. I felt it when his head dropped. That was
Whatever it is we be doing, man, I can't always pinpoint how we doing it, but whatever it is, I'm gonna keep doing it because it's clearly working for the youth. For the
Shout
kids.
out to you then.
Shout out to us. I'm
right.
yeah,
Take
real
a
rap.
village, right?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. That's a fact. So man, I'm proud of you, son. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep growing. Keep ascending. What God has for you is gonna be for you. Chase it. That said, Anthony. Hold on. We got to get the Anthony Black Love over there. I'm sorry, Bree Love, who was putting some. He put some.
Lady.
We ain't even had a camera on him doing that. My man was
Lady.
getting
You
chopsticks
lied.
on.
There you go.
Bro, they.
I told you he was fine. He like Bobby Brown. He like Bobby Brown fine. Look at him, lady.
Which Bobby Brown though? Which Bobby Brown?
The original Bobby, not the black.
It's my
The original Bobby.
This the
Because I had to think about it.
Nah.
Every little step I take, Bobby, or the,
Yeah,
or,
that's what I'm talking
or the
about.
Johnny did a song with Ja Rule with his
Nah,
mouth crooked.
not that.
I was making sure.
There you go, lady. Look at it.
What's going on?
There it is.
How you doing, man?
Oh, brother, you know I'm just hanging in there on it. That's all I'm doing, just trying to maintain.
Well,
I got that from you. You had a little saying, so I tried to get
we clearly missed you last week.
You
I was
did?
just about to
Yes,
ask you
we-
when you
Oh,
did.
I'm sorry.
I
I had a little
was just about
side
to-
work to
when you
do.
said- Okay.
A little side work, you know, got to make that money. But,
Yeah, he's a
but
hustle,
I'm glad to
hustle
be back.
man.
Got to, baby. Got
All
to.
day, every day.
I'm on camera that way, too.
All angles.
And
So let me stop playing.
our also young lady of AVX who's over there in her daddy's lap. Lyric. Lyric.
Oh.
And actually, hold on, time out. I think that's Britt on the phone. Is that Britt?
Oh man, I'm supposed to tell you.
Oh. So, what's up, baby? What's going on, sis? Britt is on live. I'm not sure. Are you in the car? Is she coming here or is she?
Are you on your way here? Why are you going to Richmond?
What? That's
Without a call.
That's right on time, though.
You okay though? Okay, as long as you're all right.
Well, Britt is actually talking to Britt, sis, on the phone, and she's on her way to Richmond. So we miss you. Sucks that you're not here, but I'm glad to see you right there.
Glad to see you.
Perfect timing.
Happy Sunday.
Yeah, baby. Be safe.
Uh-oh. Lyric, hold on, time out. Lyric, can you say hello? Can you say? Because I was saying, how was your week? What's going on? How's cheer and dance? Cheer and dance, how's everything? Good. Oh, all right.
I guess the kids don't feel like speaking today.
No, they feel like talking about it.
This week at school.
Tell them you're on your way out of town.
Where you going?
Competition?
Where you going? Competition?
Oh.
I should have known.
Yeah, that's Lyric. She didn't turn the phone away from her toward us. So you're looking at us and while she's talking.
She's actually a good camera woman.
Pounds. Malcolm Pounds McComb. Positive charge cooker. First off, we kind of brushed over Pounds last week briefly with when he went off, because Pounds' job went off with his info.
His segment.
Yeah,
it was pretty good. I watched that thing. I said, oh, yeah, sound good, like a weatherman.
Yeah, good.
Great delivery.
Good job, big fella. We appreciate you.
Good job.
You want to kind of let the people know what you prepared today, because you did cook a little something today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so standards on this segment, I did some Moorish cuisine today. So what a lot of people don't know is that a lot of the Spanish cuisine that you eat today is heavily influenced by the Moors. Coriander, cumin, the yellow rice that you eat at every Spanish restaurant that you go to is heavily influenced by Moors. So I made some, the standards of vegan, correct? Vegan. I made some vegetable paella. And for those who don't eat, there's green pepper sauce pork that they make in Morocco that they like. So I made that as well for those who do eat meat. Once again, you know, normal spices and stuff like that. No salt. Just something special for Stan. Thanks, Stan, for your...
And that would actually be perfect because, last but not least, Brody 5 Brody. Stan the man. What it do, babe?
What's good, man?
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he about to get loose in a few minutes.
Yes, sir.
How was your week, brother?
Man, my week was good, man. Got a lot of things accomplished.
Productive. We pretty much know how your week was, but I mean,
We was here.
yeah, we pretty much had the same week, but all up or nothing. I'm trying to tell you.
Yes, sir.
That said, we gonna get to the business.
Actually, can I ask you?
Go ahead.
So
I'm sorry.
what I want to do is, for the next couple of weekends, I probably won't be here. But can I go live where I'm from? Because like she's going to Ocean City, then Florida, then back to Florida.
Oh, you making that round trip?
Then then the Poconos.
Oh,
You know my sister.
Hey, you
back to
got
Florida.
you schedule, girl.
Then
My sister
Vegas.
make
That's
that-
what's
Like
up.
literally all back to back, straight 6 weeks.
And it's already set for Vegas. Y'all already won.
Yeah,
already
so,
ended.
so her group
Can we
has
go?
literally won every
Everything.
competition for the last 2 years.
Okay.
And all these are full automatic bids that they're going to.
Dang.
They've been invited to. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and make this full round trip with Bree Love's niece, who's also a part of the Energy Group Kingman.
Perfect.
So you and my sister
Shout out
making
to
that trip.
shout out to Leah, because Leah is a friend of the
Oh,
family
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
You didn't know, yeah. Shout out to
I talked
Leah
to her.
and Energy
Kingman Boys and Girls
Kingman
Club.
Boys and Girls Club, the Energy Team
Yes.
Power Boost. They everything. They just win. That's all they do is win.
That's
win,
all they
win,
do.
Win.
Damn, not taking that.
Sylvia and Coach Lisa. Shout out to y'all too. I'm sorry.
That's
Shout out
family.
to the whole team. That's family. Yes, Sylvia.
That's fine.
Awesome.
Her son Echelon Knox, that's whose song we open up with every week. So it's all family, real live. We love y'all. Good job. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. And girls gonna do something with their lives. Appreciate it. That's it.
Oh,
what? Got something you need
no,
to say?
no, bro. My mind.
Okay. Bro, that.
Yo. Of course.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna basically throw the stand and let Stan kind of introduce y'all to what he's talking about, and as he gets into it, I'm pretty sure the ladies will jump off of that, and we're gonna play it off of that and rock like that.
Word up, word up.
Let's go.
This is Ascension Segue. All right. I'm gonna work it out. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Don't worry about it. And first, I want to say Happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies. This is a commemorative to strong and powerful women in our history. Again, we're doing Blackamoor history, hidden black history, y'all. So I got to pose the question: who am I? Who am I? I am Zulu. I was the daughter of a Bebe, which is a past chief. Right? I'm a queen. I was born in Melmoth in 1760. My father was a chief of the Elegani or Malongo people. The kingdom was established in Makidama. I come from a warrior people in what is now called South Africa. Who am I? I had a son who became a famous, world-renowned warrior, leader, and ruler named Shaka Zulu. Named Shaka Zulu.
So I don't
Who
know her name.
am I?
He wanted us to give an answer.
Yeah.
Because I know like the son name. I can't think of her.
So everybody
the
knows
mother's
who
name.
you're talking about.
Who Shaka Zulu is?
Yeah, we don't know.
So yeah, we don't know the mother.
Nobody watched the series?
I did, but I can't remember her name. I
Ah.
watched it every year with my grandmother when I was younger. Yeah, it's about Shaka.
Can you give us like 2, 3, and then we'll just pick the name if we've heard it before? Maybe that. You know what I mean? Like, don't cheat.
I was wondering how long it was going to take you to go in your phone. I was like,
It starts with an N.
It starts with an N.
Starts with an N.
And I'm watching you. Don't get nobody to answer, player.
Who am I?
I don't know, man.
What's the second letter?
Any caller that
Starts
knows?
with an A.
I literally just watched
N-A
it on
is the
Netflix.
first two letters.
About 2 weeks ago, I literally just watched Shaka Zulu.
Anybody got
Just
it?
watch. Come on, bro.
I just literally watched it 2 weeks
Come
ago on
on,
Netflix.
bruh.
And I literally forgot. I was just watching it on Netflix 2 weeks ago.
Andy.
Ah, who said that?
I said that.
Okay, I know you. Look, we got these Google scholars in here, y'all.
Yeah, shout out to Google. Why even wreck your brain?
That is correct. My name is Queen Nandi Bebe.
90, baby.
Yes. Nandi, Queen Nandi.
He told me so I could study up. I'd have been ready.
You been ready?
If I'd have studied.
Man, I don't know, man. I got someone.
Tell us about Queen Nandi a little bit, because that's Shaka Zulu's mom, for all y'all that don't know who Shaka Zulu is. Great warrior king.
Right. Well, I mean, pretty much Queen Nandi, she was pretty much raised like a princess, what we would call a princess. Her father was a chief, and she basically had relations with the ruler of another great tribe. Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all watched the epic, but y'all should watch it. And basically, the ruler, he already had a queen. And so it basically was not permitted back then to take on other women. And not only that, she was royalty, basically. And it was basically putting her in dishonor to have a child with her out of wedlock. Mm-hmm. So she basically demanded like the majority of his kingdom in order to satisfy her, because basically the clan that she came from, or kingdom she came from, they were another warrior people just as fierce as this group. Right. So she demanded like 55 cattle, land, all this or whatever. And basically the other king, he granted her this stuff, basically at the great expense of his kingdom. And I don't know if y'all watch Shaka Zulu. It's basically like, the king had basically gone mad at the time, and he resented her because he had gave her basically a large share of his wealth, and she was still not pleased with him, basically. And that's how Shaka Zulu became high, because they were like outcasts within their society. And Shaka Zulu came basically as an adult and took over the kingdom by force. And when he died, she survived all of them and ruled both territories, that tribe and the other tribe. So she was like basically queen twice. Yes.
Wow.
Hidden Black History.
Sis,
You know what
sis
I'm
had
saying?
said, is that like child support?
That basically,
I don't want to take the credit, but she said that sounds
that
like child
basically
support.
it. Yeah, like you got to get me right. You ain't just about to leave me in the dust.
So what they trying to say is this has been going on for
For a long
ages.
minute.
For a long time.
I mean, it was customary though. Like in ancient times, a man could not wed another man's daughter without becoming his apprentice. You had to apprentice another man or a king or a ruler in order to wed his daughter. Not only that, you would have to provide so many pieces of silver or shilling. You know what I mean? If you read that in the Bible, like if you didn't have money, you could not wed a man's daughter. Period.
Nope.
Period.
What about if your family had money? Like, if it was a young son.
Yeah, well, if your family, that's why you had the apprentice.
Because
the father will pass the family history because you become a member of the family. Plus, you get an opportunity to evaluate you as a person.
Okay.
Hey, you do this, and are you smart enough to do this? Can you own property? Can you manage the cattle? Can you da 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 da?
Okay.
And I learned best as having you as my apprentice. Anything you don't know, I'll make sure you know because
you're gonna wed my daughter.
Right.
So at that point, I find it interesting because the fabric of certain things have been torn apart. So when you go back to look at those type of things, the families used to
try to put.
We talk about the tearing away of traditions. And things
But what if the daughter didn't like the way the father? You know what I mean? Like, what if he wasn't the example of what she wanted?
True. You have instances of that in history. You have a lot of women that tore away from their families, basically started up new families.
Right.
Basically, that's how Europe started.
Okay.
I mean, you get into it. But yeah, it's been feuding. It's been, people, sons killing the father to come into power, like power itself.
Right.
Absolute power.
It's been all of that, and the reason why we fell out of power is because we was at each other more than we was at them. Yeah. And a lot of us died off between a series of events, various wars. These people also brought sickness and disease in because they were a sickly people. A lot of people don't know before. The 700s, they were living in filth. Matter of fact, if you was a Christian, it was against Christian law to take a bath. And they used to flog themselves, beat themselves in the name of God, literally. So, yeah, this we get bubonic plague, all them sickness.
Right.
Our ancestors came in and made them take baths and clean themselves up and all that. Brought in libraries, all that good stuff.
Blackamoor history.
Hidden Black History, Blackamoor History. Tariq Ibn Ziyad, 711 AD. People know it as the Renaissance or the Age of Enlightenment. It's because our ancestors came in and taught them what is known 7 liberal arts and sciences. They were completely ignorant. They couldn't even talk to one another.
Hold on, because you said 7 liberal arts and sciences,
7 liberal arts
right?
and sciences.
Look up, Google 7 liberal arts of sciences.
Yep. Word up. Astronomy, logic, arithmetic, grammar. There's a couple other ones. But yeah, 7 liberal arts and science.
Here.
All right, word.
Next queen.
Y'all ready?
Sure.
Cause this the old queens for my new queens, y'all.
Bet.
Y'all ready?
I like that.
Cause remember what I said what was that? A couple months ago? Women need to know their history. Women need to know powerful women in history.
Yeah, no question.
That look like them.
Yeah.
That dress like them. I'm talking about sisters was having the, you know what I'm saying, finger waves and all that in ancient times.
Hey.
That's a fact. You know what I mean?
Finger waves. Oh.
Yeah, they was having finger
waves.
waves.
I bet they had.
They was having their edges laid, all that. You look back at them old pictures.
Under the sun.
You feel me?
Everything you doing.
Absolutely right.
Baby balls in a circle.
Nothing.
Yep. So y'all ready for the next one?
We sure are, Stan.
Who am I? This a little drawing, y'all. But this a real queen. Right? I was born in 1583 in what today is known as Angola. I was the queen of two kingdoms, really 3 kingdoms. Ndongo, Matamba, and Mabundu. And like I said, known as the Angola today. I was born into a ruling family. And I demonstrated an aptitude for diffusing political crises. And I represented in the capacity as an ambassador to the Portuguese and later assumed power over the kingdoms after the death of her brother. Who am I? She ruled during the period of rapid growth during the African slave trade. She ruled during a period of rapid growth during the African slave trade, and her reign lasted for 37 years. Y'all over there cheating. Who am I? Who am I? Anybody know? I think I heard it out there.
Ma said she know.
Oh.
Nzinga?
Oh, yes, I am. I am Queen Nzinga
All
Mbumbu.
right, Ma. Good job.
Nah, look, I got some tougher ones now. Hold up. Don't trip. I see them phones working.
Imani.
I don't have a phone.
I think the little one had a regular name.
That's good.
To her. Yeah. Sorry.
So who am I?
Queen Nzinga.
Where was I from?
Angola.
What is
Angola.
what, Angola?
Angola.
Angola.
1583.
1583. Oh, Mom was writing down. Dang, I forgot my notepad.
Ma ain't playing with y'all. She about to get this hidden black history. Y'all ready?
I got it. Oh, it's a pen.
Oh, yeah.
I need
Brody was right on time with them notepads.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was supposed to have one. Yeah, if you have one, Stan.
Yeah, that's the one I had earlier.
Thank you so much. Write some notes.
So Queen Nzinga.
Queen Nzinga of Angola. And the first one was
Queen Nandi.
Queen Nandi, who was Shaka Zulu's mother.
That's what I did want to say is Shaka Zulu's mom.
That's right. All right. Who am I? Just another drawing. I know I like the drawings. I got the real pictures too. Don't trip. Who am I? I ruled the western coast of what is now known as America, all the way down to parts of Brazil and the Amazon. I ruled a matriarchal queendom of warrior women, giantess warrior women. Who am I?
He hit me with that. I don't remember.
Give me hold on.
Give us the
Because
first letter again. First letter.
go back to where did she rule?
Where did she rule? She ruled the western coast of what is now known as America.
Oh, I know this one.
Hold on. I'm about to. Yeah, I got some more fire to hold up.
I don't know this.
Y'all don't know this one?
I know what it is.
We didn't talk about it on the show many
times.
Hold up
Was
now.
that the one in charge of
He broke it
California?
down when he said that.
Oh.
I know. I already knew.
California, but I can't think of
Queen Callie.
Yep. I am on the official.
Khalid.
Did you know that I am on the original seal of the state of California,
All right.
Khalifa.
where I was later replaced by a European goddess.
ask how is Khalifa got his
Khalifa.
name?
The same thing we said.
That was the question last time, wasn't it?
Should have did that one first. We
Right,
didn't
that is
all
dope.
know that one.
Y'all all knew that one?
We
You
definitely
ain't
knew
know that one.
but I
You
just
ain't
got
know
into
that
I
one.
ain't gonna say it. Stan, you hit me to that.
Yeah.
So Queen
Yeah.
Califia, which we spoke
Califia.
about before,
CALF.
basically ruled the West Coast. In the what was it, Brody?
Somewhere around like 500s AD.
Right.
And you just said that's where California got their name from.
Absolutely. The original seal of California had her on it.
Yeah.
She was a Khalifa. Right? I got
And
one more.
And men are what?
Huh?
Men are.
The men, in her society?
Yeah.
Oh, the men were of lesser stature.
Yeah.
But what was the name that you gave? Remember you said Khalifa and then.
Oh, caliphs.
Caliphs.
If a man was a ruler, he was a caliph or a sultan. You know, you have many types of kingdoms. A sultanate was a religious rule.
Right.
A caliph was just a kingdom, like a regular rule with no religious whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you had a sultan, a caliph, you know what I mean? And you had a khalifa.
Right.
All right, this the last one. Hidden Black History. I think this one might fry y'all right here. This one might fry y'all. Hidden Black History. Blackamoor history. Are y'all ready?
Yes. Yep.
Who am I? It's not a lot of pictures of her. There's a lot of busts and statues of this woman. This woman goes back to ancient times. All right, y'all? This black queen, this Blackamoor queen, this ancient one, she is incorporated in various mythos. Huh? She is incorporated in various myths. Religious myths and Greek mythology contain bits of her history.
Okay.
Who am I?
I need some more.
My story, huh?
Is he one of the gods?
It's possible. Who am I? My story in Greek mythology is that I was so beautiful that the supposed Greek god Zeus could not resist my charm. Huh? Huh? Come on, Taurians. This is a story about the mythology of Taurus that includes a Blackamoor queen.
Say it again.
Okay. Zeus transformed into a beautiful white bull and met this queen on the beach. Tempted and seduced her, and she rode on the bull's back where he carried her away. Nope. That's another queen for another day. Who am I? I tell y'all, this one right here, you'll never guess it. Who am I? Hold on, I'll give you some more though. Who am I? Zeus took me and wed children, which he excluded from Greek mythology. I went back to the island of Crete, where it said that man first started and established my own rule, or continued the rule that I already came from, because my parents were rulers. Who am I? Who am I?
Is it Hera?
Nope.
Rhea?
Look at them stump faces, y'all. Look at those stump faces. See, we got to challenge that mind, y'all. You know what I mean? We working a different part of the brain right now.
Leader?
Who am I? I'm going to give y'all some more hints. My mythology is hidden and vast and so great. And I know y'all trying to look at my computer. Who am I?
You live on Facebook?
My history is hidden, but I was so beautiful and so greatly appreciated and loved that a continent was named after me. Who am I? Hidden Black History, Blackamoor History. A continent, not a country. A continent was named after me. Who am I?
There's only 7.
Process of elimination.
Now I gotta process the brain to figure out what was the 7 continent.
I give you another hint. That's why I didn't give you the first letter.
Think about
Who
that.
am I?
Oh,
Europa.
Okay. We got one. Give it up for yourselves, y'all.
we worked our brains with that one.
Boy had me sweating for a minute, but I held my cool.
Did you know that the continent of Europe was named after an African queen, a Phoenician queen from ancient times? Her name was Europa. Europa. Hidden Black History, Blackamoor History. Ascension segue, y'all.
Yes,
Great job.
Y'all have any questions?
Throw them at me.
We gonna have to make us some
Ladies.
copies for us so that we can start our own book.
Now look, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because a lot of me and JD do a lot of work in the background, but a lot of people in the ABX family are not fully aware of all the technology that we have behind us. In ABX, we actually have a ABX Google Drive.
Really?
Yes, man, we do. And a lot of stuff we do behind the scenes is in that Google Drive, which everybody has an opportunity to log in, check it out, and all of my Ascension segues, there will be documentation there. For instance, if you go into the Abstrakt Xcilence Drive, you will find the African Queen segment in there. Pictures, Wikipedia, PDF pages, all that good stuff.
Okay.
Also,
and there's some extra queens I didn't do
to
today.
add on to that, not just his stuff. Pound's segue
segment,
his segment and footage is in the Google Drive for you guys to go over if you want to share it and save it, whatever the case is, and also pictures from previous shows. And we're going to continue to update it with everybody's segments, so we'll have our own personal stuff. Y'all can get to everything that we personally have access to, but also everybody will be able to access this stuff so we can upload and use our YouTube channel properly moving forward. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. Google Drive.
Now
look. I'm gonna show you how to hook it up, Mom.
I'm gonna
show you how to do that. Don't worry about that.
You gonna get me started?
We're not gonna get you started. We're gonna let you look when we in it because we don't want you being able to.
See, that's why I need my little paper when I go home and I can say.
I got you, Mom.
Had a grocery list in the Google Drive.
Not a
Go
question.
through it over and over and just get it.
Not a question, but so the other day I ran across a video and they were talking about because remember we talked about it real quick about hair and everything, and a lady was saying that back in the day when they cornrowed, what they would do sometimes is hide small amounts of rice into the braid because if they thought that they were being attacked or kidnapped and brought elsewhere and that there was no way to eat, they knew that when they took their hair out that they would have a small amount of rice or grain, or even sometimes they would put little slithers of gold into the cornrow.
Absolutely.
And then that way, wherever they got, their family had at least something to eat for that first moment. Now, I mean, I just brought it up because you were talking about it earlier, and then I was thinking about it. And I was like, I wonder how legit that was. But it made me think about, we all are so into the style and the fashion of why we cornrow, why we lock, and why we do everything with our hair. But that right there gives more meaning to why we do our hair the way we do, why we have protective styles, why we lock our hair, and all that kinds of stuff. I just wanted to share. I saw it. It was a good video.
Yeah. Well, let me add on to that.
Yeah, please do.
I'm gonna give you that. Look, this is a extra segment, Hidden Black History. Now you raise a good point. That's absolutely correct. Historically, women are the rulers, and they're also recognized as the wealth of the family. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all a little history. Now this is a little bit dark, but something to think about. I'm sure everybody in here has heard of Puerto Rico, right?
Yes.
Y'all heard of Puerto Rico, right?
Yes.
Do y'all think there's such people as Puerto Ricans?
That's what we were told.
That's what we told.
Yeah.
But ask any Puerto Rican, they'll tell you that their people are actually known as Borinquen.
Right.
They're known as Boricuas.
Boricuas.
That's the real tribal name.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you the history behind Puerto Rico. During the Spanish Inquisition, we know the Spanish Inquisition, that's slavery, historically is known as the Spanish Inquisition. When the Spanish came here, started taking slaves from Africa, and they took slaves from here and conquered the people here, which is us. Okay? Boricuans is the same people as black people. Okay? Before the Spanish came over, they didn't mix. Everybody looked like us. All right? When they got to what's known as Puerto Rico today, right, the women of Puerto Rico were so wealthy. Because the word Puerto Rico means rich port, if you didn't know. It means rich port. So the people cannot be Puerto Ricans by virtue. They are not rich ports. They're actual people. Now, why they called it rich port is because the women of Puerto Rico had so much wealth on them. We had a trading and bartering system. What we would do is we would make gold bangles, and we would put the gold bangles on our women's arms and ankles and around her neck and seal it so that nobody could take it off. And basically we would trade like that. You know, hey, I don't have what I need, but my woman, my wife, or my queen, she has so much wealth on her that if I cannot pay or whatever, then we'll take off the bangle, break it down, give you whatever you need. So the woman was like the bank.
Okay.
Okay? She wore her wealth on her. And grain was a source of wealth. So yes, we used to use grain in our hair. We used to use gold and gold leaf and also copper. And among other things, beads and seashells represented money in certain tribes. So they would wear the seashells. And all that wealth would be put on a woman. And a man would identify with markings and tattoos, not by wearing wealth. Y'all hear me? So when the Spanish came, they rounded up all the women and children, and they called it rich port because that was one of the major places of gold that they got, because they came in and they cut the arms and the legs and the head of the woman to get the gold. Wow. So that's why Puerto Rico is called Puerto Rico today, if you didn't know.
Wow. I see where it went dark now.
Yeah, it's a little dark, but it's hidden black history. It's y'all history, it's our history, it's one and the same. Because those are our people down there too.
The interesting thing is that we don't realize how much of some things we just carry on without even knowing.
Yeah. Because these are years and...
I'm looking like, we talking about the men. We all have tattoos, but you're looking at all the jewelry and things, accessories as we call it now.
Absolutely. And now, look, y'all don't want me to get started on the locks.
Well, actually, I did want you to discuss that a little bit, because everybody has different views of why. You know, obviously, at this point in time, it's mostly style. But when you get to a point where you start to learn, even if you picked it for style, like for me, it was obviously cornrows, and then I decided to switch over. But I decided to switch over to locks after I learned some things. It's like, okay, it's time to mature. It's time to grow of age to keep the wisdom.
This was for hair management, though, because I've always had long, not coarse, but long, thick hair. So I waited to 32 to do mine. It was, I waited. But I didn't do it, I don't know, and even the dreadlock or lock thing, people referring to them doesn't get under my skin. But the only thing that does is when people touch them.
Yeah. Now you just said something. Go ahead.
You know, when you was talking about, the hair, and I had, my grandmother was 102 when she died. Her hair was natural. Sometimes it looked like it was tangled or stuff, but like, she's talk about knowledge in her hair.
Absolutely. There you go.
Her knowledge in her hair.
Right.
And I often wonder why she kept saying, "No, never cut your hair." Now I just don't think I'm going to let my hair grow.
Right.
But I had my mother, who died, was 80-some years. You could not touch her hair. You would not touch the hair in her brush. You could not touch her tools because she would not allow you to touch it.
Right.
And there were things that I was taught. We're going to go into that later.
So, now you just said hair is intelligent. Now I know everybody in this room experienced this. Whether you've been outside too long and the lights came on, y'all run into the neighborhood pit bull or something, and y'all was in the wrong place, wrong time. What'd your hair do? Your hair stood up. Your hair know when you're in danger. Your hair know when it's safe. Your hair can communicate.
Speak on this thing.
Now the Bible says that what? Samson was among the strongest, and he lost his power when what? His 7 locks of hair was cut.
Yeah. And when did we start at the beginning with the 7 what?
7 what? 7 liberal arts and sciences.
Here we go.
Okay.
Bring it back around, baby.
Okay.
Bring it back around.
Yeah, because there's 7 rays of light in the universe, but that's a whole nother thing right there. But what people don't understand about the hair is the hair is intelligence. The hair is a source of power. Mm-hmm. See, the melanated man is generating all the spiritual energy, right? Where the physical energy comes out in the arms and the hands and extremities. All the spiritual energy comes out of your head into your hair, right? So it's not that we lock our hair. I bet y'all probably didn't know this. I've never, ever gotten my hair twisted.
Yeah, he told me that. I thought that was...
Never. Your hair locks itself. Your hair knows how to lock.
Correct.
Yes, it does.
You know what I mean? And if you let it grow, what happens is the ones that want to come together, they come together. And the ones that don't, they stay apart. That shows you that what? Your hair is intelligence. It's trying to build. Think about when you go into like a large building. They always got that room where all the cables come into that and everybody get the internet in the whole building. That's how your hair is. And your hair is a constant connection with the universe. When you pray, the energy that comes out of your prayer comes out of the tips of your hair. Your hair is your connection to the spiritual. You understand what I'm saying? From your root, your hair is very, very thick, but all the way at the end, it gets so thin as if it's almost invisible.
The pop, yeah. And
You understand what I'm saying? It gets down to like ion level. Think about that. Something that starts in the physical and ends in the spiritual. And it's said that nobody has ever seen the ends of their hair because the ends of their hair exist in a different reality. That's why our ancestors say not to cut the hair. Not to cut the, it's your spiritual connection. It's your energy source. Now, dreadlocks will have you with more energy than the average person. You know what I mean? That's like your batteries. And not only that, when people think negatively on you, since your hair is so energy sensitive, you can pick it up. Somebody looking at you the wrong way, you just looking over your shoulder like, you don't even have to think about it. It's like, oh, somebody hating on me. And then people probably like, well, why do you say that? It's the hair. The hair, you know, because we all been taught that the human beings have 5 senses, but melanated people have more than 5 senses. You know what I mean? We can see, smell, touch, taste. You know what I mean? We can hear, but we also can communicate with God. Everybody doesn't have that ability. We can sense God in our life. Even the person who don't like to go to church or I don't agree with God, things happen in our life where we can recognize God. We feel the presence of God, even though we may not pray or we might not be as connected as we should. And other people in the world, they're not as connected.
Well, you know, you said we're not connected, but we are connected. As far as other people are concerned, we might not be connected because they're reading the word. Not saying there's anything wrong with to read the word because I read it. But overall, you made a statement. Again, I'm going back to my grandmother. She was not that educated, but pronouncing her words and speaking. When they tried to buy her 110 acres, she asked that white man, told her she would give her so much money. She said, money's no good where I'm going to be going.
Right.
I mean, your hair and that rope, and that she was so smart that we couldn't understand how she could be so smart and didn't have that 3rd grade education.
Right.
But like you said, that in the spirit with God and the knowledge through her hair. Now I understand when you're talking. I understood her then, but I didn't listen. But you know, it takes young people now to bring it back to me to remember what it was that, you know, she said never cut your hair. So now I'm letting my hair grow.
Yeah, let it grow now. You be it's some mystical things that happen with hair. Anybody that got dreads and let them grow at the root, right? I know JD and y'all probably know, but you literally can pop 2 dreads and you can feel the energy shoot across the room.
That's no lie.
And it
like seriously, like sometimes when I take like when my hair has been twisted,
feel the energy when you get line up?
try to pull them apart.
Yeah.
You feel like the static shock. Oh,
Mine say, it tears it.
And you can feel all the popping, and sometimes it even make you tired just from popping the dread. Yeah, you be like,
You gotta get ready. You have to get ready for that.
for the extra Black History today.
Yeah, I got a lot.
More.
How often you get yours maintenance?
It's really on a field basis because, like we talk about, I don't get
have
it
to
done like
feel,
most.
yeah.
Like people,
I
most
can't
people say I
even
gotta get
get
it
my
done
hair
every 3
wet if I don't feel good.
It bingo.
It won't come out right. I
So
get
like
it
the
done
last
twice a
time
year.
I've gotten it done, and
That's what I
it
do.
sometimes wind up ending up that way. I don't necessarily plan it that way.
Right,
I
right.
think last year I got it done 3 times.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it just depends. What, Bree? What? Cause you keep looking at these.
What am I saying?
You've been
I'm
looking
not
at these
saying
faces
it.
all day. I'm looking at
It's a
you.
part of
I've
the
been watching
conversation
you.
I can't get in. Do you notice? So I can't. What do you want your input on that? Mine is leaving.
You
So
can,
what do
you
you
can
want
get
me
the
to do?
lock in the back, baby, like a
Nah,
king.
I'm not.
You say yours is leaving.
Yellow breezy, get that done.
Yours is leaving.
Nah, I'm good. I'm too old for that.
See, look, would you need some of that tea tree oil? You need some zinc in your blood.
Nah.
That zinc will break the hair grow back, and it'll make your grade go back black.
Some of that elderberry pounds we talked about last week. That elderberry
Pounds.
Elderberry.
Elderberry.
I got something for you, Stan.
You got something for me?
Since we're dealing with the women, and I don't want to make it seem a sexist thing, but I know more women are into astrology than men.
Okay.
But being around you talk, some astrology. Can you highlight how our people use astrology for for different things? Because when you brought that to light in my house, it was mind blowing.
With the astrology.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I didn't believe into it or follow it until then.
Okay.
And before
Well,
you
you
break
follow
into the
astrology,
astrology, right? You're going to obviously have to lay into, not fully, because we ain't got no time.
I believe I'm a reload.
Because you can't go to astrology without numbers, right?
Well, what's interesting about that question, okay, astrology and the numbers or whatever. What a lot of people don't understand, and this actually relates, I'm going to put it back on the ladies. This relates to the women, okay? All the knowledge, when we talk about code knowledge or celestial knowledge or spiritual knowledge, it's all feminine. Did y'all know that? I'm talking about numbers and letters. And in language and astrology, it tells you the story of the woman. For instance, okay, letters, alphabet. Did y'all know all vowels make circles like a womb? You can say A, E, I, O, and U. So vowels in language are feminine. You know what I mean? Like la casa, la casa, right? Y'all
Everybody's face looks stuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at everybody's face.
In English, they took out all the gender. But if you go to other languages, you can find the gender.
So like
like
when you speak Spanish,
house, it means
It's
woman.
E and
yeah,
E.
with A is everything feminine. Anything is with an A,
Right.
it's feminine.
Right.
If you're talking about yourself, you have to be able to change that last letter
That
to
last
make
letter,
it masculine. Yes.
Yeah, La ends with an A because it's feminine, and L ends with the consonant because it's masculine. Consonants make straight lines.
But also,
Like,
one of the ones you told me, I think we was talking about, and then to go back to the biblical thing of spiritual, it's darkness and light, which is a simple one. A lot of people don't realize the
I
darkness
think I know they when they quit.
right.
versus light being mad.
Right, and people think that is a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, everything came from darkness. Before there was light, there was darkness. Even the Bible tells us that.
Sure.
That means that the feminine principle has always existed.
Hence, no man being greater than his mother.
Right.
Bingo.
And now, I don't know if I ever showed y'all what a fez is, right? A fez is known as our ancestral crown, right? Now, this got deep. This is the real essential segue because Pounds asked me about astrology in the universe. Now, how our ancestors look at how we came to be, right? We all have a soul. So we have what people call the celestial mother. So all of us, before we get a physical body, we get a soul from our celestial mother, which is known as the universe. The Hebrews called it Mazaroth, and you know what I mean? The word zodiac was actually the name. If you go back and study in the African pantheon, you'll find that there was an ancient god who created all out of her womb. She's known as Zodiacus. Zodiacus. Now, so if you look at the fez is a red cap with a shingle that hangs on the side, and it's like a trapezoid shape, and it sits on the head. What you're looking at is the representation of the woman's womb. The connection of coming out of the cosmos from the cosmic mother into your physical mother. And when every man or woman or child is born, they go through a process of crowning. You get your crown from your mother when you come out the womb. The feathers is symbolic of the womb. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when you talk about astrology and why it works, it's the science of your nativity, how you come to be in the celestial and then in the physical. You understand what I'm saying? So literally, the study of astrology is the study of your universal mother. Because when you get into the Bible talks about the true Jews being the seeds of God. That's the truth. Our ancestral mother came out of the spiritual into the physical. You understand what I'm saying? And when you talk about myths and all this ancient history, they talk about her being the gate, the stargate, the gateway to bring souls into the incarnate realm. And that's what we don't know about ourselves, but everybody else knows about ourselves. When we came to be, when our mother came into being, there was no men at the time either. When she came into being, there was none other. You understand what I'm saying? She was a direct product of God. And that's why all people come through her, no matter whether Asian, white, whatever. You know what I mean? And the ancient ones wore fezzes to symbolize that truth, that we all have a mother.
No, is it? What? That's a. No. Wow.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean,
why do you think God picked the woman to hold the child?
Why do you think?
Well, not why do you think? Is there something? Yeah, is there somewhere written? I mean, not just your opinion, but just is that somewhere written why the woman was chose to carry the child? Other than
it's not that the woman was chose. The woman was always. There was never a point in time when the woman did not exist in one form or another.
Okay.
Like an example of this in genetics is that women don't even make eggs. They're born with millions of eggs.
Correct.
At birth. You know what I mean? So
right.
That's infinite potential. That's a whole nation inside every woman's womb right now, and you're born with that potential. If you want to talk about chosen, a man more say was chosen. If you really want to get into genetics, you'll find that a man has mammary glands like a woman, but his breasts are shrunken.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? His ovaries turned inside out and dropped and became testicles.
Okay.
And the clitoris is extended.
Right.
So the man is essentially a deformation or recreation of a woman. That's why we all start with women's genetics. And
gotcha.
We turn or evolve into a man or devolve. Some people say we devolve into men. So woman as a principle is the eternal principle, even more so than men.
So so you're saying once the sperm connect with the egg, it's potentially a female then what happens?
The egg is always a female. It has to change into a male. Everybody out here was first female.
Every egg is a female.
Every egg in nature is female.
Because this is what happens in our society. You'll hear, you can hear different things, but the basic point, and I think the simplification of this is
I'm not talking to you guys.
Darkness, and we're talking about darkness being feminine and light. But
the womb.
In order for you to have darkness, you need some light. In order for you to have light, you need some darkness.
Right.
You can't. You must rest, and that's women are. We can do a lot of things. We can create a lot of things, but it's not right until we have what. Like I think we just the heartbeat was talking about that. Like when you have that woman behind you.
Right.
It ain't even about no finances. It's not about.
If women love you, you'll be powerful in life.
Oh,
if they
don't
like you,
so we can
you
rule.
won't go far.
We can rule. We can take over. We can demean. We can do all of that.
You don't like nobody? I'm just saying, you never seen a powerful man that wasn't surrounded by powerful women.
Exactly.
Point blank period.
Bingo.
The woman is the source. You know what I mean? The
right.
woman is the stability, the refiner, the sustenance that keeps us all here.
That keeps us.
The man is the spark that takes us forward. You know what I mean?
Right.
So to understand, go ahead.
Do you have enough time for Stan to just do her number and blow her mind real quick?
No.
What number is that you give?
He's talking about
we don't. Yeah, numerology, but we don't.
Okay.
Listen,
We're
y'all,
gonna
hold on, because
off the
Coach
camera.
got a show coming, and we ain't got. I'm respectful of that situation. We ain't gonna go too much far over. We already over.
He didn't. Oh, but we didn't.
Well, yeah.
He's supposed to explain the word that your son sent.
Yeah. Let's do that real quick.
Well, first off, let's get him to tell us the word.
You want to do the word real quick?
No.
You got your phone?
Appreciate it. Go
You
ahead.
probably got another word by now.
Thank you.
He like, we late. We obsolete.
He working that one for tonight. He working on the one for tonight.
Hold on, you gotta come over to the
Give
camera
Anthony
too.
give Anthony the phone.
No, you good. Can you see him?
ABXU, y'all. ABXU. You feel me?
That's a grown man.
You got it.
You didn't give it one last night. You gave it one night before that.
You're looking for
I got some. I know. Yeah, I was curious.
Right, using shoes and taking the
Yeah, you done done a few since that one.
Yeah, whole lot.
my thing.
Bhakti was the word of the day. I don't know how long ago, but Bhakti means devotional worship directed to one supreme deity. Deity, usually Vishnu, especially in his incarnation as Lama Krishna or Shiva, by whose grace salvation may be attained by all regardless sex, caste, or class. It is practiced by the majority of Hindus today.
That's right.
Yeah.
First of all, y'all clap it up.
Yeah.
Good job, son.
That's my man, word of the day, Bhakti. Now let me tell y'all about Bhakti. Bhakti is an ancient concept. Y'all heard me? Ancient. That Bhakti is a Sanskrit word. Sanskrit. I'm talking about ancient word or principle. And like you said, it's worship of the divine. All right? But, you know, studying the culture, you'll find that these gods and goddesses are aspects of oneself when you study the Hindu Sanskrit culture, right? So when you talk about bhakti, you're talking about devotional love for the divine in everyone. That unconditional love that people seek in modern times,
Right.
in ancient times, in the Hindu culture, that was known as bhakti. Deep devotional love. Loving past the person's shortcoming or what they don't do right or whatever. Bhakti is loving that deepest part of the person's self, that divine part. And when you love someone at the level of bhakti, you wish to bring that to the forefront. That you'll look past what they put out today or the lower self, what some people call it, the negatives of the person, because you can see that inner light, you can see that goodness. So bhakti, just like namaste means that I see the divine in you. Bhakti is the same way. I see that divine spark that you have, that soul that you have.
Good one, Jacob. Good one. Good one.
Excellent job.
Man, it's been a refreshingly knowledge-filled day, Brody. Man, first
I
off,
didn't mean to take over, man.
let me just take a second. Hold on. Thank you, Stan. Thank you, ladies at ABX. Thank you, Essential Segway, man. This has been awesome, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all did a great job. All y'all.
Thank you. I'm out here trying, y'all.
Yeah,
Clap it up. Now I want to go home and listen to some trap music. Gotta go home and listen to some trap music. Stan, you burned my brain today. That was good, though.
Anthony Breelove has something he wants to say.
All you gotta do is stay for your number. Just get your number down.
No, that's how like
my number is
much
7.
more that we can dive into, and we will.
Number of the spirit.
Over time, but like I said, I thank y'all, man. This has been an awesome day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Y'all know where y'all can find us, so we got to get that out the way. Abstrakt Xcilence on Instagram. ABSTRAKTXCILENCE. on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. Any information you need, you can find us there. We will be doing some things moving forward, a lot of different things. We're going to expand our reach a little bit and make sure we're a little bit everywhere. So next week we're going to have our Go-Go family in here, and we're going to get alive and promote that 20 for 20. And in March, we got birthdays in March, baby.
Say something.
We got birthdays in March. Shamir, Brett, Hody, myself at the very end.
Pisces and Aries season.
Yeah, Pisces and Aries, baby. So I think, which I told you about, I think we're going to maybe take March. We might go ahead and do every Sunday in March, and we're going to celebrate.
Word.
We're going to take March and celebrate every Sunday. So all those that can make it in every Sunday, cool. All those that can't, I get it. You know, we just kind of fly them on.
I noticed. Yeah.
January.
We're going to celebrate.
Not at all. I'm not
Thank
coming.
you. No.
I'm gonna come to Shamia's show.
ABX's birthday technically is in March, and the anniversary is April 20th. So y'all can get over yourselves over there, Capricorns. All of you. Furthermore,
You're August baby.
We celebrate everybody. It's just them two over there feel like they just, I don't know, just want to cause problems, but they do. Some of them do, they do.
I didn't get anything. I did. I got a cake, but I had to go half on the cake. It my cake. I bought the cake.
Gifts like somebody. I got better stuff to do. I'm sorry.
I didn't get the call on my birthday either.
In March, man. We're gonna do what we do,
show.
and we're gonna go forward. And they decided they want to talk at the end of the show when it's time to close the show. So that, speaking of, you know what? That's Anthony Breelove and Pounds over there. You can find them on Instagram and Facebook. Anthony Breelove, spelled exactly like it sounds, and Pounds. What is it? 1600. I'm sorry. What is it? Pounds LaFleur. 16. Whatever it is, what you said, go ahead. That right there. You can find them because they got some things they want to clearly talk about. Huh?
I was just about to say that. It should be L Pounds, not law. It should be L. We learned that today. Retain, that was a good one. I like that.
Y'all crazy. Anybody got anything they want to say?
You couldn't say that. You made me swallow
L Pounds.
Now you gonna drop the law.
Why zodiac signs important? We're gonna touch on that.
We're gonna touch on that.
Yeah, I don't speak in got no time. But yeah, we're gonna answer that question for you, boo. Absolutely.
My emotional time. I want to thank you for your dream, because we see where your dream is going, and it's doing so much for so many people. And we want to give you your roses while you're here. So we laugh, we joke, we cut the food, but we really, truly appreciate you and your dream. And we all love you.
Oh, moms.
Yeah,
Brody. You the leader, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying. That's what I'm not doing.
Don't cry, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
24/7.
You better cry like Hobby.
Because I don't want him to ever.
That's a lie.
That's his dream.
Listen, stop it. Thank y'all. I love y'all, man. I appreciate it.
I second that, though, bro. I second that.
He acting like your father, dang.
All I'm gonna say is that I'm the star. I'm the star.
You the star?
I'm feeling jittery too, bro.
Listen, I think but my dream is this. Is everybody. Like I don't know what my life would look like doing this by myself, honestly. Like I could, but I'm not really sure what I would get out of it. So it means nothing. So I'm grateful. I don't try to brush it off, but I don't want to get I ain't got.
But I'll sum it up for you. Because according to Stan and the stars, as he told us a while ago, I'm your better half. You know, I make you whole. That's what Stan said, everybody. I'm just saying. Yeah, Capricorn.
It's been a good day. And,
no, just me. Just me.
Oh, just you.
Just me.
Love Pounds. Love Pounds.
Love Pounds.
Love Pounds.
You know what time it is.
Keep eating candy all day.
She just wants something to do. It's fast.
Yeah, she just.
Please let her activity.
That's the new queen
That's
coming
her
up right there.
Yeah, we got she want to do a lot of
Okay.
ABX queen.
So we got OCM. I'm sorry because I got to make sure I touch on that with the kids. We're not just doing this for these adults sitting around here. In fact, none of this is really for the adults. It's for these kids. We do every single thing we do for the next generation, not just my baby.
Correct.
So,
Word.
That's it, man. We're gonna keep trying to set the example. Now that don't mean we're gonna get it right all the time,
Right.
and we're gonna do and make some mistakes, but we're gonna absolutely be honest and accountable to set the example to show these kids that we can do something different, even when we do something wrong. It's about getting it right. So that's what we're gonna do. We got the kids that we working on some things that Joe and Lyric want to do, but I'm trying to pour into the kids a business model of doing different things to take this platform and do things. We got the book. Everybody's a part of the book for the most part.
Perfect.
We got the kids working on some things. Jacob wants to do a alphabet comic book, so Stan it's a digital designer that we got to get with to work on that.
Okay.
And Jaden, even though he's never here because he's always with his phone, we figure we're gonna take that and make it profitable with my oldest son. So he's getting his equipment together to start his own YouTube channel with his gaming.
Perfect.
So we working towards that. So that's it, man. I hear the music. Y'all know we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Be back here next week. 20 for 20. Yeah, that love DC Go. We keep it in Mitchcraft. Montu, we love you, baby. Keep doing what you're doing. Them goddamn fans from the stands. They in here later on. Y'all make sure y'all tune in, man. And we're going to try and make it out to that. One major situation.
You turned the camera off. It's disrespectful.
We love y'all. All up or nothing.
See you later, man. Gotta love life, brother. You know me.
Did he cut back on when I stood up? Jesus Christ. I'm going outside. I got on a sweater. I still was the whole show.
Wait till you go back and watch this show. Watch her.
That's why I was over there laughing so hard.
She was in the camera. She's like this. She's standing. If this just be me, she'd be like, oh, he's looking at me again. I'm just grateful that I made it out and see myself off the paper route. Still got homies living in the trick. Come on, bring it real quick. We treat all year like Thanksgiving. On the block, I made a great decision. Then somebody tell me I ain't winning. I got youngins changing how they feeling. Instead of telling them to stop sinning, I just show a better way of living. They still dancing 12, still bust shells, still bust sales. Look at them numbers on the scale.
Y'all did good. I'm proud of y'all. Good show. Thank you. I look like Queen, boy.
I ain't taking no more L.
Come on, man. You gotta get that maple color sweater. Got a maple color sweater.
I had to pray and I had to get it, man. I had to hustle for this. Yeah, I go astray, get stuck in my way, but you know I love you for this. Yeah, stay in my lane and trust in your ways, man. That's what I must do for this. Yeah, that's what I must do for this. Only way to run it up. Gotta trust in number one. I don't do no running up. This is labor, this is work. This is labor when it's tough. You put your faith in the work. This is trust.
I got money in my account.
Connection with the plug.
See you right now.